Hello and welcome to helpyourmath.com. In this video, we are going to talk about surveys and opinion polls. Surveys and opinion polls may be the most common types of statistical studies, and we must be very careful when we interpret them. Usually, survey and poll results include a margin of error. So suppose a poll finds that 76% of the public supports the president, with a margin of error of 3 percentage points. The 76% is a sample statistic. The margin of error helps us understand how well this sample statistic is likely to approximate the true population parameter. The margin of error is a range of values in which the actual population parameter lies. For this example, the actual population parameter is somewhere between 76 minus 3% and 76 plus 3%, or somewhere between 73 and 79%. Not only do we have a margin of error, but we also usually have something called a confidence interval. And the confidence interval is usually something like 95%. And so what that means is that if we conducted this experiment 100 times, 95 of those times, the actual range will be somewhere, the actual number will be between 73 and 79%. Or if we were to conduct this 20 times, 19 times, that parameter will be between 73 and 79%. Let's look at the formal definition of a margin of error. The margin of error in a statistical study is used to describe a confidence interval that is likely to contain the true population parameter. Remember, it's generally impossible to actually conduct a study on an entire population, so we're very dependent on the samples. We find this interval by subtracting and adding the margin of error from the sample statistic obtained in the study. So the confidence interval is the sample statistic minus the margin of error to the sample statistic plus the margin of error. There's a close election. An election eve poll finds that 52% of surveyed voters plan to vote for Smith, and she needs a majority, which is more than 50%, to win without a runoff, meaning a second election. The margin of error in the poll is 3 percentage points. Will she win? Well, let's look at our confidence interval. So our confidence interval remember how we calculate this? It's going to be 52% minus 3, which is 49, and 52% plus 3, which gives us 55. So our confidence interval is 49% to 55%. So do you think we can accurately say she will win? No, we cannot. With 95% confidence, we know that the vote is probably somewhere between 49 and 55%, which includes both the possibility of a majority, but it also includes less than a majority. This election is too close to call. This has been the definition of a margin of error and a look at a confidence interval. Thank you for stopping by.